Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. I don't know about you, but Facebook is doing some very weird things lately. They've obviously been making some changes. They've moved out the facility to be able to share a screen on a live, which is a bit of a pain. And then in the section on the live where it says say something about this video, it types backwards. So I've just posted a link to me reading the first 2 chapters of my book, and I've done it as a test to see if it actually posts the right way around, and it has. So you'll see at the top of this, there's a link in there, and that's the link to me reading the first 2 chapters of my book, which I didn't mean to put in there. It's nothing to do with the topic whatsoever, but every time I typed something about this live, it came out backwards. Pretty much how I'm feeling today anyway. So I hope you're all well. I have had such a busy day. And I mean a really, really busy day. I have written, filmed, and recorded audio for a whole section of my coaching program today, just so. And that's massive. That's a massive amount of work. That's taken me 9 hours today. So I'm pretty exhausted at this stage. So if I fall asleep in the middle of this live, you know why now. But no, I'm still full of beans and I'm still here. I will, however, be going to bed when I finish this live to watch Ray Donovan, which has started again. Yay. So I'm happy about that. As you can see, I've been doing a bit of creative stuff as well in the splattered shirt. So tonight's live is entitled How to Take Back Control of Your Creativity. Now, there is another problem with Facebook at the moment in that I can't see if anyone's on there. It's telling me in one little section here that there are 4 people logged on, but I cannot see you. I cannot see any comments. I can't see anything. So I've just got to keep talking. And I won't be able to reply to you, but hopefully I'll be able to see it later and go back and reply to everybody. So I'm really sorry about that. It's just Facebook and its weirdness at the moment. So bear with me. I will just talk away. Quite happy to do that. So why did I want to talk about taking back your creativity? It's been prompted by many things. I think probably by myself more than anything, is that there are so many people out there, and I mostly interact with women these days, so I'm going to say women. There are so many women out there that have been and are doing jobs that they are really not happy in. And they're doing that because, and I've done I did a very short live on this the other week about getting a proper job. Still, there's more of you logging on and I can't see you. So I'm really, really sorry. I can see nobody or nothing. I can't see comments. I don't even know whether you can do likes or hearts. I can't see anything. So I'm just going to talk. It's a good job I'm good at this. Just talking to myself. So yeah, there so many women that I come across that are feeling really frustrated and possibly unfulfilled. I've just seen someone pop on. Yay, that's good. So I've got some visuals there. That'll be Sandra. If you've joined me, Sandra, hi. Nice to have you on. Yeah, so many women that are unfulfilled and feeling frustrated, and so many women. And one of my best friends is this, and I absolutely love her to bits. And I'm going to describe it because this was probably the root reason for me doing this this live tonight. She's absolutely probably one of the most amazing women that I know. And she's really talented. Hi, Sandra. Yeah, you can hear me. And you can see me. I can only see you, but according to this, there's another 9 people milling around. So I'll just talk to you. Do one-to-one. So my best friend, yeah, one of my best friends. She's an amazing lady. She's so creative. But she's also a mum to many children. When I say many, she's got 4 at home, and she's a single mum. She's had a difficult life. She's had a tough life. She battles with mental illness, but actually she's really, really talented, really clever lady, so creative, and produces some beautiful things. But she has zero self-confidence in herself because she constantly, hi Pip, constantly compares herself to other people. And what she does is she buys lots of nice things for instant gratification. And then she looks at these things and she thinks she'll never be that good. So she decorates her house with other people's creative items. When in actual fact, she has the skills and talent to be able to do as good as, if not better than that herself. And it's a really difficult thing. And it's not about, I've entitled the live itself, How to Take Back Your Creativity. But in actual fact, your creativity is there. It's about having the confidence to share your creative talent with the world. And that could translate into anything for women, I suppose. So you've got to have a real confidence in anything that you do. But creativity is such a difficult subject because there are so many amazing things out there, creative, beautiful things, items for your home, pieces of art, pottery, upcycled furniture. I'm surrounded by them myself, things, stuff that we love, that enhances our lives and makes our environment look beautiful and makes us feel better. So how do you compete with that in a world where digital images and multiple multi-billion-pound companies producing designer fabrics en masse? It's a toughie. Creative businesses and creative talent is a really difficult thing to step into and actually hold your head up in. However, it is so important. So important. And I really can't stress how important it is, because without creative, talented, artistic people, we wouldn't know anything about our history. Michelangelo was like, Zuckerberg. He painted the history of the time where Zuckerberg is offering us this. And I'm not saying that Zuckerberg is Michelangelo, absolutely not. But that's the comparison and the metaphor that I want to use. In if we didn't have artistic and creative people, we wouldn't know where we've come from, and we wouldn't have some of the absolutely amazing things that we have. And what worries me, and this really does worry me, is that because we are surrounded with instant gratification and digital imagery that can be produced in no time at all, that people stop being creative and taking those ideas and images out of their head and producing original work from the human being, because that's needed. And I think when it comes down to it and we strip everything back, we need that level of communication. We also, though, and I'm a creative woman, so I know I spent 25 years as a senior manager in the retail sector, and I loved it. I can't say that I didn't. I loved it. And do you know why I loved it? Because I love people, and I loved coaching people, and I loved seeing people go from being what they were to what they could be. Loved it. That's actually creative. And it was my creativity that set me apart, my ability to create vision for these people so that they knew where they were going in their careers and in the jobs that they were doing. And they were able to do it better than anybody else because I was able to create vision because of my creative thinking. I think creativity is underestimated in the workforce and in society itself. And I'm on a mission to take it back and to say it's actually one of the most important things. And it's funny because some of the posts that I've put up in this last week, well, I've been on one about creative people. I really am on a mission about this. I think that there is a need now for creativity to come back into society in a big way. And I think I want women to be marching over the border with the white flag with this, because I think we are actually innately creative. And I had a comment this week from one of the ladies I met at MIBA in Newcastle, who said that she couldn't draw and she couldn't put pencil to paper and create anything. However, she could turn an old crappy rundown house into a thing of beauty. Now, if that isn't creative, I don't know what is. And she's a property developer, and that's fantastic. Do you know what? That's creativity. I think we're confused with creativity. It doesn't have to be artists and potters, and it can be in any area. And I was 25 years in retail, and the thing that made me a great leader and a great manager and a great divisional executive was my creative thinking that came straight from my creative abilities, because creative people see the world differently. And it's really hard to understand when you are not creative. It's like trying to understand autism when you are not autistic, or any other disability or difference when you don't have it. It's like trying to understand how to be a man when you're a woman. It's impossible almost. And it's really difficult for linear thinkers, left brain thinkers who are very logical and in businesses or jobs that are very logical, to understand the wacky creatives out there that come up with all these ideas and these weird thoughts and these weird things. But actually, it's so necessary. It's necessary in order for us to live. Creatives are the people that tasted honey from bees to see if it was edible. Creatives are people that were coming up with ideas of putting ingredients together, of creating lyrics and music that actually reaches on a soulful level. Without creative people, there would be so much missing. Think about it. No music. Think about some of the things that we wouldn't have in the world, like the Seven Wonders and some of the great pieces of art and some of the great literary works. We wouldn't have, imagine no Charles Dickens, imagine no Steven Spielberg, no Walt Disney. All of these people are the wacky creatives on this earth that are willing to go out there and do, hi Sarah, and hi everybody else that's dropped on. I've had a real problem with Facebook. It's showing me that 17 people are on there, but I can't see hardly anybody. You've just popped up, Sarah. So I'm talking to myself like I usually do, quite happily. I think I could talk to a cardboard box me. It's one of my skills as a creative. So I'm talking about the need and how to take back your creativity. So I am really on a mission, particularly with women, to say, do you know what? We have a responsibility in this world to take back this creativity and to do it and to share it with others, because it makes people feel. And I think the biggest reason was that I had open house here the other Sunday, and I had lots of people in my house, neighbours and friends and family all came in. They all had a tour of the house and they all had a look at my studio and had a look at my work. But what really struck me was at least 3 people that came into my house the Sunday before last, looked at my work and had an emotional reaction to my paintings. For me, that's the best bit of feedback ever, because that's what I wanted to do, was to reach somebody on that level. And that's what all creatives want to do, to reach somebody on that level. That's what music does. It reaches you. Many a time when you think back to memories from even 20 years ago, I'd love to reconnect with mine. This is Sarah, my art school fashion design days seem like another lifetime. Do you know what? Yeah. And so many women, just like you, Sarah, who are doing something else, where in actual fact, they've got this creative talent bubbling away inside of them. It's bubbling away and it's amazing. And it should be shared with the world, and it should be monetized. It should be okay. And this is my mission. I am making it my mission in life for the rest of my life to help women to monetize that creative talent, to make it into something, because it's okay to be creative and be wealthy. It's okay to be creative and be abundant. It's okay to package your knowledge and your skills and sell it to people for money. Because do you know what? Bankers and financial advisors and people, the top 10% in the world are doing, they're making big mega bucks in unethical ways that are not making a difference to this world or this planet. In fact, they're damaging our planet. And we've got all these people with all this creative talent and power that could change the world and that could emote and that could make a difference. And they're positioned in small jobs or businesses that are not earning them enough money. And it is my mission in life now to take those people that have this creative talent bubbling, that want to get it out again, that want to do something with it. And it's particularly women I want to work with. And it's my mission to get that creativity back out there into the world and monetized and making money for women. So I'm quite passionate about it, as you can tell tonight. Yeah, despite the fact that I've been working like a Trojan all day, it's actually working like a Trojan all day at writing one of the sections for my coaching program that has made me this passionate, because I've been talking about things on audio, on video, and talking about how we are so good at creating vision, and we are so good and yet so bad with our money mindset as creatives. I'm not. But in general, most of the creative women that I talk to and that talk to me settle for a very low income, and they expect to earn that, and they expect to be at that level rather than expecting to earn a six-figure income from their business. And absolutely they can. What's missing is the how and the know-how and the strategy to be able to do it, because often the creative brain is caught up in creativity and not able to think strategically. That's where I come in. After plugging away for 25 years in the retail sector with hundreds of people reporting into me as a senior manager, I know that side of it as well. And I am quite a rare breed, but therefore I have a duty to take that out to the world and teach other people how to combine their creative thinking and their creativity with the business strategy so that they can deliver for themselves an abundant lifestyle, and for the world a creative service and product that brings joy. And that, for me, is how to take back your creativity. And I'm telling you now, it's very difficult to do on your own. And you've got to remember, up until last December, I hadn't put a paintbrush on a canvas or a pencil on a piece of paper. And it was my husband's encouragement when he said, you need to do this. This is about you and you need to do it. That made me just tip me over into saying, you know what, I am going to do this. And I think if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I look around me, I'm surrounded by creatives. My son's creative, my daughter's creative. I have spawned a creative family. And I think that's great. And I'm encouraging them in that creativity. But what normally happens in society, and it happened to me, is that you are told not to do it. You're told to get a proper job, a job that's going to give you an income, a job that's going to take you through life at a steady pace, giving you a salary and offer you not very much in return. And I'm just going to call that out as a load of bollocks, to be quite honest. Absolute bollocks. Stop knocking the creative people back and encourage them, because actually they're the change makers. They are the trailblazers of society with the ideas that make change happen. Look at Bill Gates. Yeah. I could name thousands. These are all creative people. Just because they worked in computers didn't mean they didn't come up with a creative idea. So I spent my childhood being supported by two great parents who really encouraged my creativity. But it was a different story at school, where most of the teachers, other than my art teacher, tried to convince me to take an academic route. That led me, and I said no, and I went to art college anyway and got my degree, but then I couldn't get a job in art and ended up in retail. And this is everybody's story that is creative, but it's my story. And I am this story, this living proof that we do conform in society to societies and other people's wants and needs, even the strongest of us. And it does take a strong will and a lot of confidence to make the decision to do something that is in your heart, that that is in your core that you really want to do and to make something of it. But it's a lot easier to do if you've got someone to hold your hand and help you. And that's the gap I want to fill in this world, to bring the creatives out singing and dancing and shouting and marching over that border, saying, you know what, we've got something. Life is short and you should spend it doing something that you truly love and that can impact others. I suppose that's my biggest message of the night. As a creative, you need to work as hard on your money mindset and as hard on your ideas and as hard on your possibilities as you do on your self-confidence, and take a leap of faith when it presents you, because the world is absolutely a better place with you in it. So, as I said at the start, for those of you that missed the start because I couldn't see who was on there, I tried to type in the comments box at the top of this that comes up. You'll see a link, and that link is to me reading the first two chapters of my book. So I'm really sorry that's not relevant to this video, this live specifically, but it is, because it's part of my creativity. So if you want to listen to me reading my book, the only reason that's in there is to see if it came out backwards, because everything I typed in that box for this live came out backwards for some obscure reason. So I put the link in to me reading the first two chapters of my book, The Life I Won, which you can buy on Amazon if you want to, but you can just listen to me reading the first two chapters of. So other than that, this is where I'm going over the next few weeks. I really want to bring out the self-confidence in those people that are watching. And I don't know who's watching, and you never know who's watching you, and you should still talk anyway, because there could be somebody out there where there's an idea planted and it's your words or your sentences that make them think about it. So that's my message for tonight. Remember last week, for those of you that have watched, I had my little figure in an odd position, and I'm going to try and use, yes, it's that side. There he is. Right where it's really hard when it's back to front. There he is, my little figure. This week he's doing the victory. Yeah, we were looking for a name for him. So I can't see all of your comments. I can't see who's on there, but please, if you want to name my little chappie that's sitting in my window that's going to have a different pose every week, then please give me some ideas for names so I'd have to come up with everything. I look forward to talking to you again next week. It will be a creative topic. I think it will be a creative business related topic next Tuesday night, same time, same place, because I have just completed writing a full month's content today for the new coaching program that will be launching soon. And I still can't define a date for that. For those that are waiting, I still can't give you a date, because honestly, there is so much to do in terms of technology to get this working right and to make sure it's just perfect for when it does launch, that I'd rather launch it a bit later, correct, than run in with something that isn't ready. So bear with me on that. And that'll be my new coaching program, the Violet Aura Art Creative Development Program. That's going to be my signature program, available on my new website, which will launch probably in the new year now. I'd like to do it before, but I can't make any promises. Anyway, have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And I will speak to you again next Tuesday night, and I will respond to you all individually. If anyone has posted anything and I haven't seen it on the live, you're all awesome. And if you're creative, come out of your hole. I want to see you. Send me a message. Bye for now.